Oh, football fanatics, it's another Friday. And you know what happened on Sports Frames Radio every Friday? It's your show, Niger League Forecast, with your radio boyfriend, Stephen Ahwen. Niger League Forecast is a weekly show that comes your way every Friday from 7 p.m. to 7:30, where we make actions in the Nigeria Professional Football League, the talking points, and also where we consider, sports development or news as they have to do with Nigeria and Nigerian athletes, both, home base and those in the diaspora. And I must say, bunch of thanks to our listeners, our fans across the group of those who are always tuning into the show from United States of America, France, Russia, Germany, Ukraine, South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, and elsewhere. You are source of our inspirations. You are the reason why this show is alive today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your listenership. We really appreciate you, and we always want to reward the loyalty of our listeners by giving them a time. Just predict a match at Karate and use time a chance to get 1,000 a time from us. 1,000 a time for 3 persons each. Okay, before I begin a roundup of match date 9, I wish to especially welcome you to this fresh edition of Niger League Forecast on your favorite radio, Sports Friends Radio, that come with your radio boyfriend Stevie. Okay, to begin the show, let's start. Before we begin the roundup, let's start with the headlines. Oga Boys table toppers. Nasarawa United's 5-match unbeaten streak ends as Ikorodu City sees a commanding home win. Dahatu's delight. Niger Tornadoes forward smashes the season's first hat-trick in a 4-0 demolition of Plateau United. And Big Giants humble Enyimba, and Bayelsa United suffer shock home defeat to promoted side Warri Wolves and Con Califat FC. Pillars crisis deepens. Kano Pillars suspend technical crew after Barrow FC inflicts another painful loss. Okay, that this show is coming to you live from the studios of Sports Frames Radio, and you can directly listen to this broadcast on radio.sportflames.com or www.sportflames.com. Okay, it was match day 9. It was incredibly remarkable. It was a weekend of major upsets, sensational hat-tricks, and shifting fortune across Nigeria Professional Football League. The biggest shock of the weekend came in Lagos, where Ikorodu City delivered a superb performance to defeat league leaders Nasarawa United 2-0. Chidera Opara-Ocha and Joseph Alumara were the goal scorers for the Oga Boys, cutting Nasarawa's lead at the top. Wow, it was this massive, being a shock for Nasarawa United because their unbeaten record was ended abruptly by Ikorodu City when they dismantled or humbled them in a 2-0 victory, and the goals came from Chidera Oparocha and Joseph Arumara. Although Nasarawa United was humbled, humiliated, or dismantled by Ikorodu City, they are still at the top. Despite the loss, Nasarawa United remains top with 90 points. Congratulations to Ikorodu City for such a decisive and convincing victory. I beg your pardon. The performance of the weekend belonged to Niger Tornadoes forward Abdulaziz Dahatu, who fired in the first hat-trick of the season. His treble led the Tornadoes to a resounding 4-0 victory over Plateau United, lifting them into the top half of the table. Now, with this victory, Niger Tornadoes have now climbed into the top half of the table, and they defeated Plateau United decisively. 4 goals to nil, and their forward made a remarkable, spectacular, phenomenal record when he made hat-trick. His score hat-trick, fired in the first hat-trick of the season. What a record! What a performance! Kudos and congratulations to Abdulaziz Dahatu for making that uncommon feat. Elsewhere, the traditional giants struggled. 8-time champions Enyimba International were torn home, falling 1-2. Newly promoted Warri Wolves Yenagoa Bayelsa United also lost 1-2 to another promoted side. So now Enyimba unfortunately could not win this match. They were defeated by Warri Wolves in a 1-2 encounter, and Bayelsa United also lost to the newly promoted side. I'm talking about Kon Kalifat AFC. No, it seems Kon Kalifat AFC is getting acclimatized to the Nigerian Professional Football League, trying to kind of like familiarize themselves with the dynamics and the culture of the competitions of the league. Congratulations to them! At least they were able to defeat Bayelsa United, and it was 1-2 victory. 1-2 victory. They defeated Bayelsa by 2-1. So this result highlights the unpredictable, nature of the Nigeria Professional Football League this season. It shows that nothing is impossible in the Nigeria Professional Football League. Anything is possible. Don't underestimate any club. Don't underestimate anything. Don't underestimate your opponents, because when you do that, you'll be doing it at your peril, to your detriment. And I think other clubs are learning from this, and this is what makes our Nigerian league, Nigeria Professional Football League, more interesting and intriguing. In Ibadan, Shooting Stars continued their impressive run, beating Abia Warriors 2-0 to extend their unbeaten streak and leapfrog their opponents into the second position on the table with 15 points. Congratulations to Shooting Star as they have climbed, into the table. They are now, in the second position in the standings of the Nigerian Professional Football League, and they have continued to maintain impressive, records. They have continued the impressive run, beating Warri, and they have, by doing that, they extended their unbeaten streak. And I wish them well. I wish they will continue that record, so maintain it till the league finishes or ends. Congratulations to Shooting Stars once again for walking away with 3 points, and they now have a total of 15 points. The Wolves or Kano Pillars continue as they suffer a 2-1 comeback defeat to Barrow FC. Now, Kano Pillars lost their previous match, the match before this, and it was, I think, as a result of the loss that the fans of the club invaded the pitch, and to curb that unprofessional, that improper behavior, that have been slanted with a huge, humongous fine, and 3 points have also been deducted from them. And unfortunately, they could not win their next match. They were humbled by a newly promoted side. I'm talking about Barrow FC. Barrow FC defeated Kano Pillars 2-1. So this result led to immediate action from the club management, who have suspended their technical advisor Ogenyi Evans and chief coach Ame Gaba Yaro. Pillars are now languishing near the relegation zone. 3 points deducted from them. Heavy fines slant on them because of the fans' unprofessional behavior and the loss to Barrow FC. This has, made the management to suspend the technical advisor and the technical advisor, Ogenyi Evans, and chief coach Amegaba Yaru, and they are now in the relegation zone. Let's see if they can come out of that zone or leave or exit that zone by winning their remaining matches. So other results include Kwara United Age Katsina United. It was an encounter between the children, and Kwara United defeated Katsina United 1-0, while a Kenemi Warriors secure a home win against Wiki Tourists, and that match ended at 2-1, and a Kenemi Warriors walk away from that encounter with 3 points. All right, we take a brief musical break. When we return, I will unveil to you the standings of the Nigeria Professional Football League, and I will also talk you through the features for the upcoming weekend. Well, before we before the musical break, permit me to inform you that 2 futures, Remo Star versus Rangers International and Bende Insurance versus Rivers United, were postponed due to continental engagement. It's the Nigeria League. Focus your show on your favorite radio station, Sports Frames Radio, with your radio boyfriend, Stephen Ahwen. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back after this brief musical break.
You are listening to Sport Flames Radio, giving you an all-round sporting experience. This is Niger League Focus on Sport Flames Radio. Here, we give you the full Niger League experience.
Many thanks indeed for staying there tuned. This show coming to you from the studios of Sports Frames Radio with your radio boyfriend Stevie Ahwen. Okay, let's take a look at the standings of the Nigeria Professional Football League after match day 9. Okay, after match day 9, Nasarawa United, even though it lost the last match, is still in the first position with 19 points, while the Shooting Stars, having won their match, they have now climbed into, they are now in the second position with 15 points. Abia Warriors lost and is in the third position with 15 points. Niger Tornadoes won their match. They're in the 14th position. Ikorodu City is in the 5th position with 14 points. Warrior Wolves is in the 6th position with 14 points. Ekanemi Warriors were secure victory, walk away with 3 points, and is in the 14th position. Enyiba, unfortunately, could not win their last match. They lost, and they are in the 13th position. Rivers United is in the 9th position with 12 points. Kwara United is in the 10th position with 12 points. Kwara United won their last match. Katsina United lost, and they're in the 12th position. I beg your pardon, in the 11th position with 12 points. Rangers International match was postponed due to intercontinental engagement, and they're having no standing there in the 12th position with 11 points. Bayelsa United were humble, defeated in the 13th position with 11 points. Called Khalifa AFC won their last match, and they are now, they have left the relegation zone. They are now in the 14th position with 11 points. Remo Stars had their match postponed because of intercontinental engagement, so they have understanding there's a match. They have a match to play. They are in the 15th position with 10 points, Wiki Tourists is in the 16th position with 9 points. Plateau United is in the 17th position. Plateau United in the 17th position with 9 points. Barrow FC in the 18th position with 8 points. Bende Insurance in the 19th position with 6 points. And the Kano Pillars in the 20th position with 5 points. Plateau United is in the relegation zone. Barrow FC in the relegation zone. Bende Insurance, okay, they have outstanding match that's in the relegation zone. And Kano Pillars, they're having woes, having difficult moments, challenges. One, their fans have, placed them in a disadvantageous situation where they invaded the pitch, and that propelled the Nigeria Professional Football League body to deduct 3 points for Kano Pillars and also to slant a huge fine on the club. And unfortunately, they could not win the last match, and therefore they are sitting in the 20th position with 5 points. Okay, let's briefly and quickly take a look at the features for round 10, the fixtures for the upcoming weekend. Okay, Kano Pillars, on October 25th, we entertained the Niger Tornadoes. Kano Pillars are in the 20th position. They're in the relegation zone. They're at the bottom of the league, and they lost their 2 previous matches, 2 recent previous matches, and this time around they will be entertaining or welcoming Niger Tornadoes. Would history be replicated, or they will come out of this encounter triumphant victorious? Okay, let's see. Keep our ears to the ground and beat on the 10th hour to say what the outcome of that encounter will be. And the Abia Warriors could not win their last match. Abia on the October 26th, Abia Warriors will welcome Barrow FC. Barrow FC, a newly promoted side, is to the Nigeria Professional Football League. Barrow FC won their last match, and Abia Warriors unfortunately lost, and they will be welcoming Barrow FC. And time for that game or match is 4 p.m. Katsina United on October 26th at 4 p.m. will entertain the Nkanemi Warriors, while their qualified will welcome to Bende. Time is 4 p.m. In case you want to watch these matches, you can visit the YouTube channel of these clubs. And then same October 26th, 4 p.m. Plateau United will host Enyimba. Enyimba lost their last match. So, and I know they will be angry. So let's see if they can victimize the Plateau United, whether they will victimize the Plateau United or draw or lose. Okay, and Rangers International will host Kwara United, same October 26th, time 4 p.m. While Warri Wolves will welcome Bayelsa United, same October 26th, time is 4 p.m. Bayelsa United lost. Enyimba also lost their last match, so I don't think they are ready or will want to concede defeat to Warri Wolves to lose another match. The more they lose, the more points they drop. They will be descending downward, and that will eventually see them in at the bottom of the league if they do not put up clinics on their performance. And Wiki Tourists will host Shooting Stars October 26th, time 4 p.m. While round 5, Remo Star have a standing match. That's the round 5. They have not played their round 5 match, and that match will be played on October 29th. Time is 5. I beg your pardon. Time is 4 p.m. Okay, that's the futures for week of. Okay. And yes, Rivers United will play or will host. Will clash with Ikorodu City on October 29th. Time is 4 p.m. Okay, these are matches to watch. How can you watch them? By visiting the YouTube channel of these clubs. Okay, we'll take another brief musical break, and when we return, I will tell you all you need to know about the Super Eagles. Yeah, the Super Eagles. I will tell you everything you need to know about the Super Eagles World Cup playoff. Don't go away. It's still Niger League Focus, your show with your radio boyfriend Stephen Ahwen.
This is Niger League Focus on Sport Flames Radio. Here, we give you the full Niger League experience. You are listening to Sport Flames Radio, giving you an all-round sporting experience.
Thanks indeed for staying tuned. Okay, moving away from the Nigeria Professional Football League, Nigerian Super Eagles will face Gabon in the semi-finals of the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying playoffs, with the encounter scheduled for Thursday, November 13, 2025 in Morocco. The match marks the first steps in the two-stage playoff that will determine which African nation progresses to the Intercontinental Playoff, the final round to next year's World Cup in North America. Gabon booked their place in the playoffs after finishing second in Group F with 25 points, just 1 point behind the AFCON champions are Cote d'Ivoire at 26 points. Nigeria, meanwhile, advances one of the 4 best runners-up following a dramatic turnaround in their final Group 6 features. The Super Eagles trashed Benin Republic 4-0. It was a landslide victory in that match took place in Uyo, courtesy of Victor Osimhen hat-trick and Frank Onyeka stoppage time strike to see their playoff spot. The victory came after South Africa secured top position in the group with a 3-0 win over Rwanda, ensuring Nigeria's only path to the World Cup went through the playoffs. So is there a possible final showdown? Yes, of course. Should the Super Eagles defeat Gabon, they will face the winner of the second semi-final between Cameroon and the Democratic Republic of Congo in the final on Sunday, November 16, 2025. The winner of that final will represent Africa in the Intercontinental Playoff, which are slated for March 2026 in North America, reportedly at 2 venues in Mexico. And the Intercontinental Playoff will feature 6 teams, 1 each from Asia, CONMEBOL and Oceania, and 2 from CONCACAF, competing for the last 2 slots at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The format will see the bottom 4 teams, based on FIFA rankings, draw into 2 single elimination matches, with the winners advancing to face the top 2 seeds. Nigeria are seeking to return to the World Cup stage after missing out on Qatar 2022, where they were eliminated by Ghana on away goals. Okay, in the show, I must, end with the way I started. And I started with Nigeria Professional Football League. Let me inform you that Nasarawa United may still be top, but the gap is closing fast. They mustn't, concede further defeats. Shooting Stars are breathing down their neck, just 4 points behind as the league tighten up heading into match day 10. Stay with us for the latest on the Nigeria Professional Football League, and I can't leave the studio by once again appreciating our listeners across the globe, those from the United States of America, Germany, France, Russia, Ghana, South Africa, Nigeria, and elsewhere that are always tuning into the show. We really appreciate your listenership. You are being a source of motivation and inspiration. And I want to encourage you to keep listening to Niger League Focus. Keep listening to the Sports Frame Radio. Okay, this is where I call it a wrap on the show. And I must say many thanks indeed for the privilege of your company. From me to you, bye.
This is Niger League Focus on Sport Flames Radio. Here, we give you the full Niger League experience. You are listening to Sport Flames Radio, giving you an all-round sporting experience.